Hey, Brad from Machinery Inside Media here. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to remake the Severance main titles. It's been a pretty long 3-year wait for season 2, but I am excited for it. I am excited to see what Theodore Shapiro brings out because I think the music in Severance is one of the best aspects of it. But before we get started on this little breakdown that I'm about to show you, one, I am not affiliated or sponsored by Apple or any of the companies that make the instruments that I'm about to display here. Two, I'm not normally used to making this type of content, so don't anticipate me to make more. It's only just because this instance I am inspired to do it. So the first thing that I did was I went through and tabbed the whole thing out in piano. I got 2 different pianos on here because I'm not that great of a pianist. The main part, which is that would be like the left hand part, and then the lead. Now the real piano is noir. I did the exact same layers, and on the lead part, I made it so that there was a little bit of a more reverb and delay. We'll come back to the piano glitch a little bit towards the end. Next thing that we have is the strings. This is a really good example of why I tabbed out the piano. All of the MIDI information is already set and good to go, and all I had to do was just arrange it a little bit. And for these, I used Spitfire chamber strings, full mic positions all the way to the max, and they sound like this. Next thing is the clocks. There's all these like weird little tippy-tappy noises throughout the whole thing. Not a whole lot of changes other than what I did in the effects to give it that kind of, well, this sound. I decided to use the Damage analog hybrid kits. They're super versatile and very easy to use. So the main kit is this guy. There's quite a bit of tweaks, mainly compression and the reverb that I added to the whatever the snare is. Next is these little tom hits that are throughout the whole thing, which is this. Just nice and boomy. Now there's also these little electro tom hits. Do all this together. Next up would be some of the synths. There's the kind of theremin-y sound that I just basically built in CS80. Again, another Arturia. Just had to have that wiggle, the vibrato. Then later on, there's a doubling of the main melody. This one's just got a little bit more reverb and a little bit more vibrato, mainly to punch through that end part. 2 basses, mainly just for the sub. There's a super thick sine sub that I'd never noticed until actually trying to tab this out, and this is it. And then I got another bass that's a little bit more agile. But that's pretty much the bass. Next would be just some risers that I built in Outputs Rev. There's some low pass filter, a little bit of lo-fi. One of these is just mainly a cymbal riser, and it's really noisy. It's also time stretched to give it that kind of pixelated feel. And last but not least, the funnest thing to do on this track was that end piano glitch. Now, I read that Shapiro made it from a reverse piano note and then just added distortion. So that's what I did. I automated some little plate reverb so that it had this really weird decay that's in the main track. But that's pretty much it. Not bad for an hour's worth of work, eh? Pretty awesome theme. Shapiro knocked it out of the park. Enjoy.